I didn't direct it, so it may be very good. It's by a native named Ben Johnson, who's worked for us in the past. Anti-hunting movie too.
Did you know Sam Lavella in Nashville?
No, I haven't been there very much. I wasn't on set very much. We just provided some producing input and some money.
Yeah, I did a show with Eddie Rabbit. You remember Eddie Rabbit?
Sure, of course.
Yeah, me and him done something together, and then I was in a Roots movie about, Alex Haley. I was in that show. Remember, let's see, Patrick Swayze. I tried out for that next to Ken over in Hazard, Kentucky. I drove over in an old pickup truck. And
sorry, we didn't know you when we were making Curse of the Weird Deer. I'm sure you would have been way more talented than anyone in our movie.
Do you know Tim Conley? Tim Conley?
No.
He's a director, and his dad-in-law is from Taiwan. Me and him does business together in the recycling business.
Boy.
Yeah, I've been doing recycling since '93.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, we did. I did a lot of stuff, like batteries and stuff like that. I done a little short thing about batteries, how to pack them, for the, I didn't bring up my company. I just, it's called Asset Recycling Recovery. Right now I'm working with some of the solar people to dispose of the solar panels and the batteries and the car batteries, EV batteries and stuff like that.
That's terrific. Wonderful. How about mushrooms? I hear from Mr. Herz that mushrooms could solve all our environmental problems. Hey,
You got any projects going now?
Well, we're filming a movie called Mansploitation. I'm producing it, but it's I'm not directing it. Mercedes Muse, who wrote and directed another film for us called Divide and Conquer. And that's on film now. It's also on Blu-ray. A very good film. The real feminism, not was baloney that is.
Yeah, what city are you doing it in New York or are you doing it in California?
Her new movie is being shot in California. Salinas.
Yeah.
Near, in between San Jose and San Fran.
Yeah.
A very low budget. So.
Yeah. I thought about doing a small town court, something like that, here local in Ringo, Georgia, and, doing some stuff like that. Of course, my grandson, he was on that divorce court. I don't know if you've seen him.
Really?
Yeah, Elijah, he was on there, and my other grandson, he was on Steve Harvey. He was suing his mother for, that show he's got out there now.
Yeah. No, I certainly know who he is. I didn't. How did that show go?
His name's Zachariah Smith. Actually, he's the one that helps me out. We're trying to get a hold of a lot of different people and do shows with. And anybody you can recommend that they want to do a show, they're welcome. And we're doing a lot of advertising for our station. You know what a master play is? It's where you download the movies and automatically plays on like a channel. And we just bought another computer to upgrade, and we're just buying different stuff. And I don't like moving cameras around. I like for them to be set in one spot. And so each set I wanted to have cameras and the lights and put them all in one. Yeah. And I had a TV station with on the cable system. Now I'm going to run your show on the cable system. You don't mind that, do you?
No.
Okay, we're going to run it on, there's like Charter, Comcast, and there's another one in Dalton, a small Dalton, Georgia, they make the carpet. That's call it carpet capital of the world. And if you ever come down this way, you're welcome to drop by. And if you need to use any of our equipment, to do something, we'd be glad to let you work with you on that.
Very kind of you. Well, maybe if one of your team could email me, I'll put you in touch with the guy who wrote and directed Curse of the Weird Year, and you could perhaps interview him, and he may have he's in post-production, so maybe maybe he could jump in. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know they're heavy in post-production.
Yeah.
Movies been shot, but they're on the music, and maybe some musicians. It's very low budget, so we don't have.
Yeah, this Tim Conley is talking about. He directed 300. He was in Matrix. He was involved in Matrix, and he's got he's got another friend in Taiwan. He's a great guy. I can spell his name, but I can't pronounce it. But he works with Jackie Chan and Jet Li.
Nice.
And he's supposed to do a thing with me. Actually, he's got me on his website. He's got Talkin Live on his website, the logo. And we just sent out 13,000 cards to the public and we're doing everything, to advertise to get more and more and more. Of course, it's all this stuff is going on in the country. There's plenty to talk about.
Terrific. Well, good going.
I'm sorry, I didn't get to. What did you say?
I said, congratulations. Sounds terrific. Good going.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, well, be glad to work with you. If you need our assistance in any way, we'll try to help you out.
Well, if you're in New York, we'll help you out.
Okay, well, I appreciate everything you can do. Pass the word out. And we'll like I said, we're going to pass the word out for you, too. If you get any issues in environmental, let me know. I can help you out on that. I wouldn't think you would, but, in production, that's just disposing of equipment or something. The battery issue, I'm concerned about the batteries going to the landfill and stuff like that. Lithium ion is not a battery that you can be unsafe with. I done a short thing on consumers. I didn't use my company name or nothing. I just done it for the public so that, when people get through with their batteries, put them in a bag, put them in a 5-gallon bucket, take them to their local recycler. And, just a service for my country and my human beings, just to protect our environment. And there's some things I disagree with on the environment because I deal with it and I know what I'm talking about, and
what don't you agree with?
I'm sorry?
What don't you agree with concerning the environment?
I agree with solar panels and electric cars, but I don't think we should go all headlong into it all at once. I think we should gradually go into the electric. You can't just cut off one thing and expect. I've got two houses and I have gates. that I push a button and they're solar powered and they'll open up. But, if the sun don't shine for a week or 2 or 3 days, then you can get out of your gate. And the battery will lose its charge after so long as you open it too many times. And, we've been having a lot of rain, but I had that issue a couple of times, but, I replaced the batteries. Sometimes that makes a difference too. And people need to realize if they don't overcharge their cell phone and all this other stuff, they ain't have to have a fire like it would if they charge it so long when it gets full unconnected, That's the lithium ion's the biggest problem with the fires nowadays. And I work with EPA and DOT. We disagree a lot, but I mean, we work together on things.
That's great.
And but the solar panels, I believe if you manufacture something, I think you should. We just down on there, said. I thought we was already streaming. But the manufacturers should start doing research. What we're going to do with this stuff when its life ends, I mean, the cigarettes the electronic cigarettes, I sell batteries back to China and to South Korea and of course that's in the States and of course they handle, but some of them that manufactured, they don't even want them back because they're cheap made. And when you make some, you need to plan for what you're going to do with it when it goes out of service. In the situation we're in now, I mean, companies dropping barrels of chemicals in the ocean, dumping plastic, and I'm familiar with the plastic too, and all that kind of stuff, just polluting the crap out of our. We got to drink the clear water. We got to eat the food. I mean, it's not just the air we breathe. We got to look out for it. It's our rivers and our creeks and our oceans, and there's a lot of life, dying in the ocean because of carelessness, and more concerned about the money. Money's always around, but when you destroy where you live, what are you going to do then?
Yeah. I'm sure, unfortunately, greed takes over.
Yeah, we have to have money to live. And we have to have money to pay bills and do what we do. But money won't do us so good when we're so polluted we can't even eat and drink water.
I hear you.
But,
you're right.
But I mean,
everybody we know has cancer.
Yeah.
Everybody's got cancer. Nobody over 50 doesn't have cancer.
Well, I had a little prostate problem. I just had a tiny bit of cancer, but I mean, I was a party dog, I mean, crazy as a bat. Back when I was younger, I was married to a young girl, and her. I'd jump off a cliff in Jamaica and like to kill myself. You've heard of that place down in Jamaica. Right now, I can't think of the name. Rich Cafe. It's down in Jamaica, and they jump off the cliff in 40 foot into 25 foot of ocean. So I thought I'd just.
You're going out? You're not going out. But don't go special. Coffee is good. Thank you. Ice on your rose. Sorry.
But.
Alrighty, well, it sounds very a good citizen, that's for sure, Lamar Bearden. Yeah,
well. I enjoyed I did enjoy all that stuff, but I outgrowed it all, going here and doing that. But I run into a lot of people in this recycling business, back in the day. But anything that you want to talk about, I've been talking more about what I do. Anything you want to talk about.
We talked about the movie in Tennessee, and I think you should meet Ben Johnson, who's a very talented young dude who's worked for us for a number of years, and we gave him some money, and he's shot, now editing Curse of the Weird here, anti-hunting movie, you'd approve of that. And it's aimed at young people, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Shot in Nashville, not Chattanooga, in the area of Nashville.
Yeah, I used to I go to Nashville quite a bit. You remember Buddy Lee?
Sure.
Buddy Lee was a friend of mine.
Oh.
Yeah. I did a video with his daughter back in the day. And Buddy Lee, he tried to talk Sam Lavella, and for me, he tried to talk Sam to put we had this pet pig. And Buddy was trying to talk Sam Lavella, come on, let Lamar bring this pig on your show. I said, yeah. It was a big, heavy pig. His name was Winston. It belonged to my daughter, and it was a pet, And I said, Buddy, that sucker gets loose on the set, it'll tear it all to pieces. I said, you really don't want to do that. And did you know Jean Zimmerman? She worked with him, and Danny Davis and people like that, and Larry Lee, and a lot of people I know up there, that because I had an office in the same building. That's how I met Buddy Lee, and I used to go upstairs when he had his. You ever been to his place on Music Row? No. Yeah, he had this big old bar, and it was plated with gold. And Buddy was a great guy, and a lot of people in Nashville, friends, back in the day, but they all died. I went to the Screen Actors Guild up there. The lady runs it. You might know another guy. His name is, I can't think of it. He was over the Screen Actors Guild in Nashville. Randy Himes. You might know him. Well, he was.
Screen Actors Guild, but I don't know anybody.
Yeah. Well, he was over there, and I got to be in the Screen Actors Guild, and after I seal coated the parking lot, and.
Oh, good.
Well.
I don't have to pay dues anymore to the Screen Actors Guild because I'm over 70. So I got free membership.
Yeah.
I'm too young for that.
Yeah. You may remember Jim Varney, right?
Yes. No name.
Well, I tried out for him at double, and they told me I was 2 inches taller than him. I said, how in the world are you going to know the difference of 2 inches in height? Yeah, it's sad he died. I really like that guy. He's a funny guy.
Those things happen.
I used to go sit up there and talk with a lot of different people and just we talk about all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, and that's kind of, you know, talking live is something for, you know, for if you are, like say I'm doing a show or somebody's doing a show, talking live is to talk kids into staying off of drugs, talk, you know, people in that's thinking about committing suicide, talk them out of stuff like that.
That's great.
And, you know, and to tell them, you know, and I lived a rough life, you know, and I know a lot of people that do drugs. I never was a drug addict. I was the biggest drunk you ever seen, but I never was a drug addict. So, I mean, I like champagne, and that was my drink, and mimosa. But I don't do none of that stuff anymore. I'm way away from that. I don't smoke. God delivered me from all that. I was really bad, so. And it took a lot of praying, but I got rid of that stuff.
You look great. You look great.
You know, I see you got a lot of stuff behind you there. On the lawn.
Yeah, it's part of my desk.
Yeah, I used to work with, you know, Jeff Foxworthy.
I'm sorry, I don't know anybody really.
Yeah, well, you know, the comedian, redneck guy, you know. And I used to work with him to race, and Phil Negro, the ball player, the Braves, John Smokes. You know, John Smokes.
I've heard of who's the ball player?
Braves. Phil Negro was a ball player. I used to work with him and Jeff Foxworthy and, you know, and Smokes.
Billy Fisher, I know the name.
Yeah, well,
anyway, who cares?
Yeah, well, you know, I used to go to these charity benefits and, you know, raise money for cancer research and stuff like that. And that's how at Ingleton and Atlanta, that's how I run into these guys, you know. And because there's a lot of people down there was down there doing the same thing I was doing. A lot of ball players were there, football players and all that. I hadn't been to one of those. They did have auctions, you know, raise money for cancer research. And it was great, you know, working with them. And I helped raise money for cancer research. And I'm a big fan for over in Memphis. Danny Thomas started that for children.
Oh, sure.
And I'm a big fan of that. And the Shriners,
very good.
The Shriner hospitals too, I'm a big fan of them too.
Wonderful.
And
that's great.
And but I used to get a lot of chances to be in movies, but I forget forget my lines a lot. I'm kind of like Jackie Gleason. You say something to me and I can answer it back.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, because
he was the greatest, as they say.
But I mean, what kind of film you was talking about coming out now? You was saying something, and I don't think we were streaming when you was talking about it. So.
Oh, nice. It's called, here comes my coffee. Thank you. Thank you so much. We shot Curse of the Weird Deer by a fine young man named Ben Johnson, who worked for Troma Entertainment for a number of years, and he was very talented, so we gave him some money, and he's made an anti-hunting comedy. It's great. A lot of the stars from our other movies are in Curse of the Weird Deer, shot in and around Nashville, and very lovely. Veda Callisto and Natasha, whatever her name is, and What else? The people who we've worked with for a number of years.
Yeah.
They're all making that movie.
Yeah. I understand you helped.
You feel like it?
My grandson was telling me you helped Kevin Costner get started or something like that.
What happened on divorce court? Sounds interesting.
Well, Llyod was talking about they was going back and forth, and it was about him. He was his wife's ex-boyfriend was staying there, and then he at the last part of it was the funny part. He said they asked me if I wanted to go to the store with them, so he started walking to the store, and he said, and they didn't come back for 7 days. And it was funny. You'd have to see it. But he told me, he said, will you just bring me a Coke back? And he said, but they didn't come back for 7 days. So.
How did it end up? What did the judge say?
Do I now?
What did the judge say? What was the decision?
They said, well, the judge was telling them that they was both a little messed up. So, yeah.
That's the usual situation.
And when my other grandson, Zeke, done a part, he was suing his mama for over some Batman cards or something like that. With Steve Harvey. Yeah, that's pretty good, too. I like it.
Those are valuable, very valuable Batman cards, I'm sure.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of baseball cards, and at one time I had let's see, what's his name? I can't think of his name. It'll come to me, but it's like, I think this guy, let's see, he's got one. I can't think of his name either right now. I used to play on two.
What year of baseball cards are you talking about?
Well, back then I had like 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Oh,
yeah. But I know this guy. I know this guy. This sucker is guy, and he's an old farmer. He won't sell them baseball cards. He's got 60s, 50s. Alex Wagner, that's what I'm thinking about.
Alex Wagner?
Yeah.
Alex Wagner.
Yeah, well, hi. Yeah, I'm trying to think of his name, but it's Wagner.
That's worth $1 million.
Well, I think, what's his name? Sean, let's see, what's his name? You know, I'm trying to think of his name, but anyway, he's got one, I think it's $3 million, something like that. I'm trying to think of it. Yeah, he played on 2 men and 2.5 men or something like that.
Yeah, that's the most valuable one.
Yeah. And, but it turned out to be, we had 3 of them. It turned out to be copies. Yeah. I had the Beatle, you know, the Beatle record, The Butcher. The Butcher, Beatle record. You know about records.
Not too much, no.
You know, the Beatles, that song that come out, The Butcher, and they kind of, and they had to change the cover on it. Well, that, and I sold one of those for $5,000.
Wow.
And I got, if you want some of the old records, you know, I mean, thousands of the old records, Andy Williams, Perry Como, Frank Sinatra, all those. I got tons of them albums. I got some 78s too, and 45s. I've got some of Elvis's too, and but I bought 700,000 movies from this guy, and I kept buying them, and the Chinese told me, you better not keep buying them, you ain't getting nothing for them. I paid $35,000, I sold them for $70,000. So, I mean, I never thought I'd just, you know, sell them for that much, but I know I could sell them. I'm kind of like when I see something and I can look at it, look at the date, what does it do? I can figure out what the value is, or in the range of what the value is. And when you do recycling, you get to the point you can walk in a place and look and see what's valuable, what's not. And of course, I've recycled millions of pounds of material, like electronics and stuff. And, I took out a studio of Fox. We took a bunch of equipment out, but there's a lot of analog stuff, I mean, the studio here is, it's HD. I mean, we got it. And if you want us to run some ads for you, you just send them to me. We'll run them for you. And
thank you. That sounds great.
And it's like I said, if you're down this way, you need someone. And I want to introduce you to my co-host right here. There he is. His name is Pumpkin. Yeah, and he is spoiled rotten. I've loaded containers going overseas, and he sat on the fork truck for 4 hours with me without complaining. He loves me. He wants to go everywhere I go. Me and him done a commercial for Mercedes, too. And I like commercials. I like to do commercials. The old days. The old days. And I can remember kind of a script about grits. For years we grow grits and all that. But that's back in, I think it was back in the 80s. And when you're in the recycling business, you meet a lot of people. I mean, you meet a lot of cultures, different races and stuff like that. And you get to know what kind of people they are. And see, people today judge people because of the color of their skin or their race. I judge them by their spirit, what kind of spirit they got. I don't look at the color or the race. I look at the way they treat me and how they respect me. And that's what I base everything on. My ex-wife's a Puerto Rican, but I mean, I never was, somebody like that. I disagree now. I disagree with a lot of things that's going on now, but I'm not going to mistreat somebody because I disagree. There's a difference in hating somebody and disagreeing. You don't hate somebody they have the right to say what they feel. The way I look at life, that's what this station's for. If you say you don't believe this, that's your right. And that's the way I look at things too. We all have our own opinion, and our opinions matter sometimes, whether they matter to the government or not. Our opinion matter. And that's the way I look at life. If somebody just don't like you or something, just stay away from them. Don't hate them, pray for them, pray that they do good. That's the way I look at it. If they hate you, that's on them. It's not on you. And, but...
Wise words.
And I really do appreciate your time. And
it's a great privilege. If your producer emails me or your assistant will put you in touch with the director in Nashville, and it'll be very interesting. Yeah. I used to go to Nashville. I used to go dance in Nashville. Now, if I was to dance now, I'm afraid I'll fall apart.
Dancing is good for you, too. It's good exercise. But yeah. And I mean, I used to, I traveled and I learned to dance, a lot of different dances, hip hop and, down in, Jamaican, different cultures. What I'm saying. I won a contest in Turks and Caicos. And
whom would you support for the next president of the United States?
Well, I am going to support the one I think will do the best job.
Do you have any ideas?
Well, I like Trump's the way he handles stuff, some of it. I disagree with Trump, some things, but I like the way that he does business, And I know he ain't perfect. I know he's got his own ways. And, for instance, I don't like the idea, and I'll tell him that. I don't like the idea that he lets people go overseas and kill animals. I'm pretty against killing defenseless animals. I believe in us all having guns, but I believe that we all should have for protection. And in my opinion, these kids wouldn't be doing what they do now if they hadn't took the Bible out of schools. See, somebody has to have a real, they got to realize that there's a price to pay for what you do wrong. And that's why they do the things, because they're not taught that you got to answer for what you do. If I mistreat you or I do anything to hurt you because of your gender or whatever, that's not right either. I mean, talk to people. If you disagree with you, talk to them and you ask them, do you think they're right? If they think they're right, 9 times out of 10, people have settled their mind what they're going to be and what they're going to do. And you can't change them no more. But if you, like kids in school and all that, if you teach them the way they should go, when they get up, grown, they won't be shooting up schools and doing all that. And, I have an AR-15. I never even loaded it. I never shot it. I got a pistol too in my house. But I don't even believe in taking AR-15 and killing animals, much less people. Because that's not sports. That's not sports. You got more advantage over the animal with a gun like that. If you're going to be a sportsman, give the animal a chance too. And
I gotta go now, so very good talking to you.
Okay, well, it's great. Any other time?
One of these days, very interesting, and I wish you well and a great summer.
Okay, we'll send you an email and you can get us in touch with Guy in Nashville.
For sure. Yes, indeed.
Be sure you come. If you come down this way, you stop by.
Great.
I'll buy you a big old. You like steak? I'll buy you a big old steak.
Oh boy. Sounds great. If you're in New York, come visit us. And Troma would love to host you.
Okay, well, we appreciate. Hey, we will take this program and send you a copy if you wish.
Sure, love it. That'd be great.
All right.
Thank you, Lamar. Best wishes.
It was great talking to you. You have a great week. Bye-bye.